Ortho 99 plus 1's the name of our orthodontic office. We came up with the name when we were sitting in one of Joby's sermons, and he was talking about the passage from Luke where it says, if a man has 100 sheep and one of them gets lost, what will he do? Won't he leave the 99 in the wilderness and go to look for the one that's lost until he finds him?
The language we use around here is this: you identify your one more. And where I got that language, Acts 11:24, he was a good man full of the Holy Spirit and faith, and a great number of people were brought to the Lord. And I think in God's economy, a great number is not the tens of thousands of people that will worship with us this weekend. A great number is just, that's it, man, it's just one more. Because Jesus is the kind of shepherd that will leave the 99 to go after the one.
I feel like just in the sermon, the Holy Spirit told me the name of your office is going to be Ortho 99 plus 1. And so what we do for every 99 cases that we do one for free for a child or adolescent in need.
We were probably in the second month of the office being opened, and we had our first case available to give away. And we had just been praying that, God would put it on our hearts who the right person is. So we had a dad come in with his daughter. And what we do is we don't have any large upfront down payment or anything like that. We set up all of our patients on a $99 a month payment plan just to try to make it as affordable as possible. So for her to start treatment, he would just need to pay the first monthly payment of $99. And so I go to swipe the card and it's declined. He's like pulling up the accounts on his phone to try to show me that there's literally $100 is all he had in his account that he had wanted to make sure was in there so that his daughter could start treatment. Then I was like, just give me a second. I had just felt that like in my heart that the Holy Spirit was just telling me like this needs to be the case. And so I walked back up and I just told him that we felt like God was telling us that we would like to cover the full cost of your daughter's orthodontic treatment. And he just started crying. And so I started crying too. And he just went on to tell me that his daughter's mom had just passed away. He had been in and out of prison, and he just wanted to be able to give this gift to his daughter. And you could just tell that it was a blessing to them, and that God had planned that was supposed to be that plus one case.
When I do that for someone, I know that I'm doing something for them, and I feel that it can change their trajectory in life. Some people just don't have the opportunity to pay for this type of treatment themselves, but I get a great sense of, satisfaction in that I'm using the gifts or the talents that I've been given to give back and kind of show that love towards others.
I think that's what Jesus was all about. He gave himself for us on the cross, and I think that's the biggest gift that we could ever receive. And so I think this is just one small little gift that we can give back to the community that just reflects like his love and what he did for us.
When I was in high school, I had to do a project. I had to job shadow someone, and I was like, my friend's dad's an orthodontist. I'll job shadow him. Just that experience sparked maybe this is something that I actually want to do. And then from there, I just sort of had to research what are the steps that I need to go through to get there. I graduated high school in 2001, and I graduated residency in 2019. I always joke with like the kids that come into our office. They're like, how much school do you have to do? And it's like, you have to go to, 27th grade. You always hear people, saying, sometimes the answer to your prayers are not right now. And 100% I can say that that's what played into finding this building, finding my wife, starting our family, coming back to the church and growing from there.
I had been in the field of fitness for forever, and when he decided to open his own office and we decided to do it together, it was just kind of stepping away from everything that I knew and jumping into a whole new world. So it was scary and it was stressful because I was just learning. I mean, I didn't know anything about teeth at all.
The day we opened, there was 2 employees, me and Hurt. Here we are, I guess, 4 years later, and we have 2 locations. We have a 3rd on the way, and we have 16 or 17 employees. All right, so this is going to be our Beach Boulevard and San Pablo location. This area here will become the waiting room. This will be converted to a reception area with front desk and check-in. As we move into here, this will become the treatment area, the clinic area. We'll have 7 total operatories here that we can treat patients out of. One thing we'll have here that we don't have at my other office is a dedicated toothbrushing station. So that'll kind of be built in over here. Our hope for this space is that it'll give us another opportunity, another location to sort of spread what we've been able to do in our other locations, which is give back to the community and help some of those people who otherwise wouldn't have the opportunity to get the treatment that they want. You know, I hope that this space and the treatment and the love that people will feel when they come here, you know, will sort of, in addition to giving them the smile and the confidence that they want, give them a sense of, hey, you know, I can try to go out and provide this same environment to others around me. Prior to attending 1122, my idea of an abundant life would be different than what it is now.
What did it used to be?
Well, I mean, you know, kind of the standard of what everybody thought a great life was, what everybody's trying to sell you every day is, you know, fancy cars, big houses, you know, clothes, you know, just the normal stuff. Open and bite down. But I think through attending 1122 and doing the 1010 Live, you know, I've really come to have a better understanding of what that means biblically to have a abundant life. And it's, you know, strive to be more like Christ and take care of the community, try to do the best that you can with what you have in your hands, what He's placed in your hands. So I think for me, this career has been placed in my hands by Him. So, you know, what's the best way that I can try to share that with the community around me? So, Ms. Melanie, everything's going really good. You're making great progress so far. I know we were estimated to be right around 1.5 years. I'd say you're still on track for that. We're just working on closing those couple little spaces that we have left there. And then kind of towards the end of treatment here, once we take the braces off, we'll take a look at your wisdom teeth and see if we need to possibly talk to the oral surgeon about getting those out, okay? But other than that, everything is right on track and you're looking great.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
I don't think in the beginning we necessarily knew, you know, everything that we were given was God's. And so I think that through the 1010 Life, it's really opened our eyes to say all of these resources and finances that we have, none of it was ours to begin with. It's all a gift that He's given us. And it's just our responsibility to be good stewards of His money and to be a blessing to those around us and help those around us that are in need.
We made a commitment to the 1010 Life because God has always been so faithful to us and given us so much. So it just kind of was laid on our hearts to make that commitment, and it was sort of a progressive process.
I think at the bottom of our hearts, we just want to make sure we're being faithful to God and following through on what He's called us to do. So I think by giving these free cases and helping the kids in the community and helping to offer affordable orthodontics, that's been our mission. And I don't think that that's something that God is against. So if He's opening the doors, then we're just going to continue to follow Him.